Hello everyone! Today is not going to be a video about Warframe gameplay, but more about what Warframe YouTube is like, why it is important to talk about what Warframe YouTube is like, what this game's relationship with YouTube is, and what my relationship with YouTube and Warframe is as well. I know that sounds like a really serious topic, but it's actually not. I just thought you would all be interested to hear what I thought, because I've been thinking about it a lot lately. I'm not really going to change anything, and you don't need to worry that a type of content you like or want is not going to happen. Nothing meaningful is really changing in a big way, at least not right now. But I do have a lot of thoughts on the topics, and I thought you'd be interested in them, especially if you were interested in Warframe as a media phenomenon in general, or YouTube as a potential option for yourself. So, allow us to get started. Warframe is a game that has had a very long growth cycle. In fact, it's still growing. That's very unusual for a game that came out 4 years ago to still be growing so steadily. And that's wonderful. But it's important to note that this growth is by no means steady, and for the people that create content for this game, attention directed toward the game is also by no means consistent. The reason this matters if you're a Warframe YouTuber is that the amount of views that your videos get depends heavily on whether a major Warframe release has occurred. For example, my videos are significantly higher quality now, but 2.5 months ago, I gained 3,000 subscribers in just a month. For the past month and a half, I have not gained more than 500 subscribers. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about either period of growth. It's wonderful, and I'm in it for the long run anyway. However, it is pretty dramatic how drastically more popular the videos that I made then were, even if they were not particularly impressive. Whereas when I make a video now, it has to be on something that's rather popular as a baseline for it to do well at all. Many of my current videos don't even reach the number of subscribers I have for their view count. And again, this is all okay, but it's important to note that there is a huge difference to making content for this game when a release comes out and making content for this game just whenever. But it's not all bad. This is a wonderful game to make content for because there are so many things to talk about and there's so much fun to be had. This is a game where there are a very large number of different playstyles, multiple for each of the many Warframes available, a large number of different guns that are each not often terribly appreciably different in power level or necessity, but definitely different in how they feel to fire and how much fun they are to use. So, there's lots of stuff to say about the different kinds of mechanics and content in Warframe, and that's why it's very easy for me to make multiple videos about things that people have generally not talked about Warframe every single week. I have no doubt that I will be able to continue to do that for the entire lifespan of this game. I'm not positive that I actually will, but I have no doubt that it would be easy to do so. I have absolutely no shortage of ideas, and even right now, I can think of enough ideas to fill several months of videos. If I didn't need to sleep, I could just work for the next 4 days straight and make all of the content that will come out in the next couple months. I find the videos fun and easy to make, I enjoy editing and adding music, I like adding tags and doing the back end of YouTube. It's all a lot of fun for me. So, I have absolutely no problem with continuing to make content for this game. It's also a very helpful game for that. As I explained before, there's lots of stuff to make content about. And most importantly, there's a big need in this game for people to have more fun. This game has fun on offer. This game is not a serious game. This game is not a particularly challenging game most of the time. This is a fun game, and it's a pretty game. Just look around. Seriously, while we're here, take it in. There's so much to explore in this game, fashion frame to enjoy, and also just lots of different fun ways to play things. And that's what most of my loadout videos have focused on, right? Most of them are just about a way that is fun to play a Warframe. I make sure that they're good in some way, but they needn't be the strongest possible way to play the Warframe. If that's not the most fun way to play the Warframe, then there's no point, because this game isn't hard enough to require us to play Warframes in the strongest way, under almost all circumstances. And that's a great thing about Warframe. I enjoy that this game can offer us the leeway to play things in a way that we enjoy in a creative way, but also provide some level of challenge should we wish to seek it out. I think there should be more of that, but I don't think the game does a bad job of it as it stands. Now I want to talk a little bit more about why all of this even matters. Zannypants, why is it even relevant to talk about how easy it is to make YouTube content for a game? Why is it even relevant to talk about how long and how easily you can make content for a game? Why does this matter? Well, it matters because it is tempting to focus on Warframe alone. It's a game with a long lifespan, and a game that will probably continue to live on. And it's a game that does get updated with new content relatively frequently. I would say adequately frequently. It's a game with a good amount of news, a fairly strong and kind community. I've certainly formed a nice community already, even though I've not been at this very long. And so by all accounts, it's a great game to make content for. But I want to emphasize that even though I have absolutely no gripes with this game as far as a content creator, I am still not ever going to focus on this game specifically. And there may even be a time when I give up making content for this game. Part of the reasoning for this is simply a matter of channel growth. If the game gets much more popular in bursts when a major update occurs, and if that causes my channel and everyone else's channels to do dramatically better because people are watching more Warframe content on YouTube, that's important. And if we rely only on this game, our success as a YouTuber, but also potentially even our financial success, will depend on when Digital Extremes releases updates for this game. Once again, I want to clarify that there is really no shortage of those. It's not like they don't update the game an adequate amount for my tastes. I'm just pointing out that if you do not specialize in a specific game, it gives you a much greater degree of stability in any sense of the word that applies to you as a content creator. So, it's advantageous to be able to branch out into other types of content. Now let me talk about how I'm already trying to do this and how I'm going to continue to try to do it more. If you think about the different kinds of content I make, you might notice that most of them are personal. They do talk about things related to Warframe. You probably wouldn't enjoy a lot of them if you didn't play, but a lot of them are focused on things specific to me about Warframe. They focus on ways that I play Warframe. They focus on my loadouts, my specific playstyles, weapons that I enjoy, weapons I like to compare, but not necessarily raw information about the game. And I don't focus it on raw information about the game because, to the degree that I did, I would be making the channel's purpose more tied to the game and less tied to myself, things that I enjoy, my community, and the general experience of gaming, the general idea of having fun with something. It would be more tied to the specifics. Keep in mind that, again, to continue having the most fun possible with Warframe and other games, we have to, well, play other games. I want this channel to be a complete experience, and that means that we have to include palate cleansers, games that will refresh you for the longer-term games you enjoy, and other long-term games to enjoy. And I have those in my life. And I do plan to continue sharing other games with you. This channel is basically intended to be a lifestyle channel, but it's a gaming lifestyle channel. I talk about the ways that I enjoy living my gaming lifestyle, and try to help you have as much fun with yours as possible. Hopefully, we can have fun with it together, and have a very good time in the rich and expanding world that is gaming. Now, all of that being said, there are two possible reactions that I would find concerning and which I want to address. First of all, I want to clarify that I'm not just taking advantage of Warframe to grow my channel. I loved Warframe before I started a channel, and as a matter of fact, I was getting a little bit burnt out myself. Then, when I started making Warframe YouTube videos, I started having a lot more fun with the game again. I'm enjoying the game partially because I'm making content about it, and I don't want to stop. It's a lot of fun. It's one of the things keeping me enjoying the game. I think of new ways to have fun with different frames or weapons, and it makes me have more fun with those things. I enjoy that, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. But I also don't want you to think that Warframe is the primary content on this channel. It's true that objectively and numerically, it is the primary content on this channel, just there is mostly that content on this channel. But that doesn't mean that it is the goal of this channel or the purpose of this channel, and I don't think that I really need to tell all of you this. It's probably intuitive, right? You just know from watching my videos that they are not focused on just the happenings of Warframe. They're focused on enjoying a game, and the game happens to be Warframe. If you're just here for Warframe content, that's more than fine. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm glad to have you, and I hope that I can satisfy your desire for Warframe content. However, I would just like you to note that the channel is objectively not focused on Warframe content. It is focused on having fun in a video game, and the video game does happen to be Warframe. Perhaps those of you that initially subscribed for Warframe content will be pleasantly surprised when eventually I introduce a game that was unexpected to you. Maybe you'll try this game and watch one of my videos about it and be surprised that you actually enjoy it a whole lot, even though your original intention was to ignore my other videos about other games. Which, once again, by the way, is perfectly fine. I hope that I can satisfy your desire for this channel, whatever it may be. I am just humbly admitting that I might not be able to do that. So the most important thing I want you to keep in mind is that I'm trying to help you have as much fun as possible. If you honestly have more fun by telling me that I did not present the objectively strongest build possible for a Warframe, then that's okay, but I want you to know that I never intended to do such a thing. It doesn't help me, or I would dare claim most people, have the most fun with the game to focus needlessly on what the most powerful version of a build would be. I just want to find one that's a lot of fun, and sometimes that means tweaking mods or weapons in a way that creates the most usability or uniqueness or just a better use case for the weapon. Sometimes it means playing to a weapon's strengths, but sometimes it means avoiding a weapon's strengths because you just aren't in the market for them. And that will differ from person to person. So I don't want you to think that I don't think that a different build is good or that I don't enjoy a different playstyle just because I don't cover it. There may just be some personal reason that I don't like how it feels, or maybe I do like how it feels and this is just the video I made. There are at least 2 Warframes that I already have a build up for that I am going to make another build video for that is significantly different because I found a second playstyle that I really enjoyed with them. There are not that many Warframes where I find another playstyle that I legitimately switch to a significant amount of the time, but there are a few and I will be doing them. There are also videos like Skater Boy Naja, which have gotten so popular that I have literally re-released the video, and I may do so again because people really like them. I would say that about 80% of the people that I have ever spoken to about this channel have approached me leading off the discussion with how much they liked Skater Boy Naja. And the fact that that video has done well, or at least decently, 2 times, is a good indication that it's the kind of content people enjoy. It's fun, it's strange, and a lot of fun. And so that's a good type of content for me to work on that makes people have fun. Lastly, I want to talk about PAX East. I will indeed be at PAX East in Boston, Massachusetts on Saturday. So if you are going to PAX and you're going to be there on Saturday, tell me, and I would love to meet up with you. We can go out to eat or something and book a huge table and it'll be sick. So let me know. If you would like to join my Discord, I sometimes ask questions about future videos or just what people are up to or if people want to do something together. So if you'd like to join that, I'll leave a link in the description. And of course I have my Twitter in the description if you'd like to stay up to date with me that way or coordinate PAX meetups that way, possibly. I also have a Twitch and I stream on the weekends, usually on Saturdays, so that'll be the day after this video goes up. And that stream is always on Twitch and YouTube. You can watch it wherever you like. And thanks very much for watching. I think that's pretty much it. Let me know what you thought of this video. I'm not going to do things like this very often, but I think that there are people that find it interesting, and it could be valuable to people that are interested in the same things I am. I know that I would have found it helpful if somebody had given a video like this before I started doing YouTube. Instead, I attempted to plan these things out ahead of time, but wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to do before I got into the thick of it, and I've had to adapt in the moment. That's been fine, but it would have been nice if somebody had said stuff like this to me before I started. So, let me know what you think, and hopefully I'll see some of you at PAX. See you next time.